Hello and welcome back to Vintage Story on the Aura Fury server, and I've just been kind of going around and looking at my little caves and found a nice little thing right down below. It just was kind of straight down, didn't look like anything interesting, but I started digging around the outside here just to kind of get an idea of how big this actual thing is. And it seems quite wide around here. Keep hearing some not so friendly noises also, so there must be some sort of cave nearby here. And we'll just have to try to figure out which direction. Probably, yeah, over here. Dig a bit of that out, and yeah, there's a guy there. Our wheel is turning down a bit there. So I think maybe I'll figure that out later. So I had found this, not saying there was stuff, but the poor hematite, it was at 23.5%. So that's pretty huge. And from what I watched other people's videos, even though it said poor, I figured, why not? Maybe we'll see it at some point. Anyhow, let's take care of our friend over here and see what's going on. We are down at 53, so this is it's just a deep drifter. Not too bad. Yep, he's got a friend. Oh, that one's okay. That one's, it looks tainted, but it says it's a deep drifter. I'll just kind of try to. Oh, there's the tainted one. His friend brought a friend. Okay. Well, looks like I'll not want to go in that direction then, and just kind of dig that out. So, the downside of being in multiplayer is that when you die, you lose a lot of your stuff. Did leave the box, but my armor's still on there, which is still cool. It's very ratty. Got to keep the clothing, but there's no backpacks and stuff, so we're gonna have to fix that kind of thing here and kind of get our nutrition levels back up as well. I think all the clothing is pretty much good. I won't have to worry about repairing that, but the two bits of main armor are getting pretty worn there. So I lost all that salt. We do have a couple bags in here, which will help a little bit, but it would be nice to get some actual real bags. I feel bad. I lost the ones that someone on the server had given me. But we have lots of leather here, and we can go through the process of soaking them and whatnot. I don't think we need to do any of the oiled stuff. Yeah, that just goes to the hunter backpack, so we don't want that. We want soaking the rawhide in lime water or borax. And recently we did get some more borax, so after that you scrape it and then you can soak it and turn it into leather. So we can get our backpacks here, and that's something I haven't really started doing a whole lot of before. So we'll need to figure out all the different kinds of solutions we need to make that. We'll need to get some barrels done first. And that happens every so often with that. Okay. We'll need to, it's not as straightforward as I thought it was going to be there. Barrel. Oh, okay. It takes a lot less planks than thinking of that. Okay. Well, I would have thought a nice little U shape of planks would have been pretty good here. But instead we stick sticks in the corners and then the planks in the middle. I've made some for composting, but not a lot. I got plenty of space, so I can make plenty of barrels here. I think that might be enough to make the 3 different kinds of steps. And we're gonna need to figure out a place to go put this at as well. We're gonna need our barrel or bucket to get water. And I'm not sure if I have an actual spot designated for it yet. Yeah, I got some of my other stuff taken care of. I wanted to put the tailor there. So maybe putting it somewhere near the tailor, well, that would make sense to put it nearby there. So we'll have to go looking around that area. I think there's a bit of flatness over here in this area that maybe I can kind of put stuff up. So in that case, we're going to need some bits of building material. Got lots of oak. Probably start with some of that. And whatever else looks good. So across from the blacksmith, I decided to set up a little, I don't know, pavilion kind of thing. And I start getting my solutions going here. And got our bits of oak, and we need to change this weak into the strong. And so for every 10, we need to put in a log for that. We got 40 liters in there. So that'll take a little bit of time, but that will work out pretty well. Because we gotta start our stuff down here first. Got some already taken care of. So those were soaking in the borax, and those need to all get scraped down with a knife. And then that can go into the next set of solutions. Let's get that in the hide, the scraped. You scrape it, that's the next step, and then weak barrel plus scraped hides. We need 2 to 1 of those. So I know we can do half and half. And then that will take a few more days to process there as well. And then by that time the strong tannin should be done. And then I'd like to set up more barrels over here for dyes eventually. Okay, so I've been working on getting all these iron blooms. I had gotten a whole bunch of them done. And I had a whole bunch of this stuff still crushed up. I did make a mining bag and a few leather bags, so we got that part of the leather done, which works out really good. And I have iron blooms already done up in here. So I will need to convert all these irons and heat them up. Get the hammer to pound them down into ingots. And then we can go from there to work them into some bit of armor. Okay, so back in our tanning place, I got a little armor stand set up here to kind of put through our other little bits of stuff. I had done the dye, we had updated, however, so all of the amounts of liquids have turned into totally different stuff. So I got some prepared hide here. Still got some other stuff. Going to need to make it into like actual leather stuff. We got 12 leather done. So I'm unfortunately going to have to make a bunch more tannin and stuff. But our leather can get used in a whole bunch of things here. So yeah, strong tannin, I'm going to have to make up a whole bunch of new bits of that to redo all the prepared stuff. And can combine some of this. I don't know what to do with all this little tiny bits of stuff. You can't necessarily just get rid of it. I think you can actually, like, chop down the barrel and then I'll empty it. If there was an actual different way, it'd be kind of nice, but you can't mix up liquids and stuff. But we'll get some of this started. Get 4 of those in there. Seal it up, and it'll take a little bit of time. And then we'll need to, oh yeah, we can't put it in there. Then we'll need to make a whole bunch of the strong tannin as well. So this will be a decent amount of in-game days anyhow to take care of this. I can stick the other 4 logs into that. And that will take a bit of time, but I did get through all of those iron blooms and whatnot. I have a few left over because it made a lot of them, and did get them made into plates. So my thinking was it was going to make a lot. It was going to be a lot to make chain. So I figured the brigadine could be a good option to replace some of the stuff. So it's going to take a lot of plates, and then we're going to need to take the leather bits as well. Take a few plates here anyhow. And with our 12 leather, it's not going to be too much, but go back to that. The iron plates, and oh yeah, body stuff. I mean, that takes 12 plus 2, so 14's not going to be able to do that one. I think I'd leave the pants, so that pretty much leaves our helmet to take care of. And the legs, could do that, but I want to get the 2 main parts. The iron plates, way too much. I mean, you gotta do chain and then plate, so get 8 of those put in there, which is a lot. 2 plates, and we got a helmet. So I think this is something really more I'll work on over time, and realizing all these components that I kind of need to get my stuff organized a little bit more. So a workshop or a warehouse would be maybe a good option for next time. Thanks for watching, and see you later.